We are now at the last main section of the presentation and the section where we are about to share with you the big news of the day. You're listening to Levi Alexander, president of Renaissance Media Group, a company in charge of two projects in the community, Renaissance Voice and Noikademy. Resolution. Things that I have decided in my comeback into the field. We'll talk about the resolutions on the first part, and the second part will be how I return. Okay? Resolution number one, I'm going to pay attention to the higher calling, meaning there is someone up there, someone like a higher being, a higher energy, or uh, people will call him God, Elohim, El Shaddai. I'll call him the highest one. And he saw in my weaknesses and my insignificant self enough grounds to build something better and bigger than me, than myself, and the sum of my actions to create something greater for my community. I humbly accept that calling and submit to his will, and then let him use me as a vessel for his purpose. So I have decided to just respond to that higher calling and focus on that. Number two is learning from my mistakes. I have made mistakes in life, and I don't know anybody else who have not, but I have decided to reflect on them and continue to reflect on them daily, so I learn um, every day into new perspective, not to dwell on them, but to look at them as guide to show me how I can do better next time. More like courage and resolve, so that way I am always a better self, a better version of myself each day I wake up. And then number three is grow a thick skin. Sometime when you are um, in a situation where there's a lot of emotions involved and a lot of hurt, it's very useful to make sure you have a thicker skin so you don't let everything get under your nerves. So you try to be more like the bigger person when in a situation when you can, and when you cannot, you try uh, to practice restraint. This is still a struggle, but I am learning to grow a thicker skin and situation so I can move forward, move past them, and while remain focused on the bigger goal, on the final destination. Number four is to attack the bull by the horns and declare war. I'm not talking about a physical war, violent war. I'm talking about a strategic war where I help my people become better. For instance, these programs are very necessary. Program development program and building community. This is important. We need those help. Why would I allow 6 to 7 people, at most eight, to steal that away from the people just to please them? Like I would remain silent to please about half a dozen people and then keep 23,000 people in darkness and not help them. I don't want to do that. I want to just go through them, not around them, through them if I have to, and help my people. So I'm going to just go through it and get it done. Help my people, help my community. And those who are gonna talk. Those who are gonna complain are gonna complain. But please do not try to destroy what can help the people better. You can do better with your life. So focus on better. Focus on us being better. Focus on the community being stronger. So the problem is that some people think that they have earned the right to decide for everybody else because they have a certain, I don't know, privilege currently that they are enjoying with their connivance, or the conniving they are conniving with certain powerful people, or what have you, and they think that because of that that made them smarter. It doesn't. That makes them wiser. It doesn't. So we have to kind of ignore these voices and focus on the bigger prize, which is us coming together and build a community. So I've made that resolution, and then there's no going back to that. I am all in, mind, body, and soul. So now let's talk about comeback. The comeback has three components to it. The first is the blockchain, which is the big news of the day. If I could get some drum rolls, I would gladly accept it. But if I cannot get it, I could probably do it. Maybe try to improvise something. Well, that's not working. The comeback, the big news of the day, ladies and gentlemen, people of the community, and everyone in the world. I'm announcing officially that for the first time in history, we're going to have a blockchain for the purpose of ending poverty around the world. Blockchain and the end of poverty project. The phase one is our initial coin offering and our exchange launch. We intend to do that in two ways. The first way is we're going to launch a crypto, a blockchain. If you understand crypto, you will understand this is big because most people only launch a crypto and not a blockchain. We are launching our own blockchain, a crypto, and an exchange platform. All three of these big projects will be launched on July 15, 2024, which is about 2 weeks from now, with a €1 billion valuation, meaning what we are launching it with, we expect this to be worth about €1 billion. I don't know how much is that in dollar, but that's the euro. And we are starting with private sales of tokens, and we're going to publish gradually, issue gradually tokens up to 1 billion tokens. Each of those tokens will be worth 1 cent, euro cent. What it means by that is that for every 100 of those coins, you will have a value of €1. Unfortunately, well, if you multiply 100 billion tokens time 1 cent, euro cent, it gives you €1 billion. That's how the value is 1 billion, which is the market value or valuation. Not market cap. Market cap is when you take all the capital that will be there. We don't know yet because we haven't launched, but we will be doing private sale first. It's important to mark that down because if you're not in the US or if you're not anywhere in any US territories and you want to buy this in a country where you are allowed to buy it, if you were to have this at one cent, €1 cent, and that thing goes into €1 after that, let's say you had a million of those, it would really cost 10,000 euro to buy it. But if it goes up to €1 value when it hit the public market, you could become a millionaire in euro at that time. That doesn't mean it will ever do that. But don't consider that as an investment promotion or offering. It is not. We're not selling it to you. You're not authorized to buy this if you are in the US. And this is only an information to let the community know what I am up to. We're not offering this token to the Noikademy community, and this is not an investment offering. It's important I make that distinction for legal purposes. But it's good for you to know what I'm up to, what we are doing, and where the money is coming from for us to help out with the community's project. So the profit that we make of this project will be invested in the community heavily to rebuild the whole community from ground up. Of course, people in my family, friends will receive some gift as far as in terms of tokens, but that's about it. We're not gonna sell it in the US. It's important I say that. I've said that a few times. This is so important to us that we're going to forbid other platforms from selling these tokens in the US because we don't want this to be sold in the US for a lot of legal ramifications. So if you're in the US, even if you try to buy it using a VPN, will not allow it because you have to identify yourself as well to buy that. And if you're in the US, you cannot buy it. Why do you need to know it if you're in the US? Because if you're in the US and you're listening to this and you are part of the Noikademy project, the profit that we make will come back to you as a waterfall in terms of advantages and benefits that you will benefit from. That's why it's important to you because this project success will help the Noikademy students financially for a very long time. So that's why. And of course, that will be available in Haiti if your family live in Haiti and they want to learn more about buying that tokens, they can, but that again, they have to prove that they are in Haiti and not someone in the US trying to be in Haiti. We're not allowing that. And after the private sale starts on July 15th, a little bit over 2 months, 2 months and a half after that, on October 1st, we will initiate the public sale of that token. And again, while we initiate that public sale, it's still not going to be available to the US. And we don't see this being available to the US for a very long time, unless something changes with the political regime in the US. We're not interested in that market for now. So not our exchange will not be available to US consumers, and the crypto will not be for sale in on the US on US continent at all. We will publicly forbid it, and we will aggressively enforce that everywhere. And if somebody bought anything from the US, consider your sale pretty much void, because we don't want um, involvement with the US market at this time because of the political landscape that is very unfavorable to these kind of projects. I'm not going to debate the politics of it, whether I agree or not, it doesn't matter. We're just going to take a hard pass and say, no, thank you. We don't want the US continent as part of our market at this time. But the proceed, we will use some of that proceed to help finance members of the Haitian community directly from our own foundations, but not from the crypto. Phase two will be when we do a major upgrade in the blockchain. When we say major upgrade, we will basically combine our existing blockchain and develop it into more like a hybrid, where it becomes a public-private blockchain along with other utilization. So that way we can become more universal in terms of use of that blockchain. At first, it will be mostly for exchanging the tokens, but we will include some asset management. We will include logistics and other utilities that blockchain can serve when we do that upgrade in January 2025, which hopefully we would expect to increase the market value or the capital market of this token. And one of the great things that you will learn about this project is that most of our proceed is aimed as at fighting poverty. So we're not doing it for wealth, we're doing it for social justice. I mean, most of the proceed, we're going to work our way around it to make sure it comes back to the people that are living in poor countries mostly. Haiti will be top of the list of that, of those countries that we choose to deploy these tokens and other projects that are similar to that. But beside the phase two, there will be a phase three where we will do a few things in summer of 2025, which is where we expand our network. We will launch a stable coin, and that stable coin will be guaranteed 100% by gold. That means if you buy 100 euro, it will be worth the same amount of gold. If anything happens, you can claim gold in exchange for that same um, stable coin. If the coin get liquidated to an illegal proceeding, there will be enough gold reserve to cover the stable coin 100%. This is something that even the US dollar cannot claim, even currency cannot claim a 100% reserve, but we will do that. We will be the first currency in modern time that achieve 100% gold security. That's stable coin. So that means at that point we will have two coins. The first coin that we launch with the token being available in the next 2 weeks, and a year later we will launch now a stable coin. The next is cloud business. Because of the upgrades on the blockchain, this will allow us to now use the blockchain to conduct cloud business like Amazon, like G Suite, like Google. People will be able to do their business online 100% just using that blockchain that we have built. And maybe at that time we will allow the blockchain to be used, but not the crypto exchange, not all cryptocurrencies in the US and around the world. At that point, it becomes more like a hub, more like a network for people to connect to. That's possible. Yeah, we will then the blockchain will be available in every country. But as far as the actual assets, such as or exchange or services and or crypto, they will not be for sale in certain place, but the blockchain network will allow people to conduct business to facilitate contract negotiation, delivery of products, and all kind of business transactions, including crowdfunding, service processes, and so much more. So that's that, and then with the crowdfunding, it depends on regulations and where you are. That will be outside of our control, but that the blockchain will power up these options to allow them to operate. So those are the near phases, although there will be other phases at a later time in life, in the life cycle of this project, but the initial phases include three. The first is the initial coin offering, which is happening in 15 days. Do realize that we haven't told you the name of the coin. The reason for it is because we cannot misrepresent or pretend to sound as if we are promoting any coin in the US because of the current legal um, situation in the US. It's a very unwelcoming, and we don't want to have to 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 um to debate. We don't want that debate. Our strong position is we're not interested in period. That's why we're not telling you the name of the coin, but do understand that the success of this project will allow for us to raise enough funds to help people in our community um, get out of poverty and get out of the situation. There's a lot of our proceed will go back in the community. One of the main project we will be focusing on is called the Universal Basic Income. The way it works is that we select a few people from a community and we pay every single member of that class the same amount of money. I know for sure that we will want to do that experience with the Noikademy students, and they are next. Talking about the Noikademy now. You've heard about this project. It takes precedence for now. For the next 15 days, while we are doing that, we're also putting some of the groundworks in place for uh, for implementation. And it's still an extension of the blockchain and the end of poverty project. So No Academy is no longer just a school, but it's a social justice project. It's always been, but now it's gonna be even more. So we have an upgraded system that will be launched on July 30th, 2024. A lot of things will be added to what you used to see. Not just the class, but mostly the account management will be there, which wasn't there before. The account management will allow you to see how much money you spend, and if you want to request a refund at that time, this will be the time to do it, and it will be done instantly. So you can basically go to your account and process a refund. Um, Normally, we would make it optional, but because of the dimension of the project now, we believe that it's more helpful for everybody to just be able to take all their refunds, not not optional, but more like available for everyone to get 100%. So you will have two options when you do that. You will be able to click on once you agree to all the amount, you can click on proceed process refund, and then it will ask you to whether you want to do it as a cash or voucher. If you want a cash, you put your account information, and then the payment will go out usually on the same day. Depending on your bank, you will receive it within 24 48 hours. Or if it's a voucher, you can select a voucher where it becomes a credit on your account. So when we start building courses and books, you can use those to buy it. Normally, voucher will allow you to maintain your account in the project as a faithful member, and because of in exchange for your support, your account remain active as a member of the project we have to benefit for you to benefit from. But if you take the cash, and you will be forced to close the account, because in our mind you don't You don't want any stake in this project. You just want your money, all your money out and move on. That's how we interpret it. And we will wish you well, and we hope you're happy with your life, wherever that takes you will be. We will not ever be happy to see you go, but this is the option you will have. The voucher will give you credit on your account. You can spend at any given time for on our products to support the project, or you can just take your cash and move on. Then the UBI plan is part of the people who will stay. You will be considered for the first experimentation of the UBI plan based on the proceed that we receive from the crypto project. Once we reach $10 million of a trust fund, the trust funds will be for the benefit of the Eminifx community. But we will start first with the Noikademy, and then we will expand into the other members until we can reach all 23,000 members. But we don't have that kind of power yet. We will start with the 300 students. So each member, once we reach $10 million in that trust fund, each member of that UBI plan will receive $500 per month for the next 10 years, meaning for the next 120 months. Every member, meaning if we have 300 students, every student will receive $500 every month for 10 years. But again, that is once we've reached the $10 million goal. We don't have a timeline yet, but in my best estimate, I would be very excited if we made that kind of proceed from the crypto project within the next 3 months. It's not easy, it's not impossible. It's it's a one day at a time case where we will see where we are when we get there, but it's not impossible. Crypto has done. I've seen a project in crypto that have done this in days. So really, it's up to how well we perform in the market. But at any given time we reach that $10 million trust, there will be a big announcement, and that means everybody in that plan who are on the waiting list will be able to start collecting $500 starting on the first month and moving forward to every month it will be deposited. The way it will work is the same way that you manage your account. Once that money is credited to your account, you can either use voucher or cash. If you use the cash, at that time your account will not be terminated because it's a UBI plan. It's not you closing out your account because of services that you purchased. In that case, you will just take the cash and it will be deposited on the bank account of your choice. So that's the UBI. UBI is more like nothing else but social justice to fight inequality and injustice, especially economic injustice. And the idea is to provide people with assistance as much as possible to see them grow over time and be able to take take matter at their own hand. And as far as the courses, we will roll out the courses gradually because at this time our priority is mostly about the crypto project because that's where most of our funding will come from. So we put that as a first priority. And then the second priority is to make sure that the platform is live with all the features well done and also the UBI project to take off. But we will start rolling out some classes for people who cannot wait anyway. And these we will start with a master class series, a specific one for the first 6 months of us going live starting with July 31st as the day one. And then the master series will include a blockchain revolution series of 4 classes, and the first one will be available at lunch, which is the introduction to the blockchain. So do realize that we're not talking about crypto trading anymore because crypto trading is very limited and is outdated based on all the abuses and fraud that I have seen on the market. Now we are going next level. So we are going to train people on the blockchain itself, the blockchain technology, so you understand it in a way that it can be applied to all kind of other facet of your life instead of just Bitcoin or trading, crypto trading. Uh, Even if you don't know anything about technology, this class will basically provide you all the basic understanding so you really get to know what blockchain is. Whether you are a doctor, you are an engineer, you are an attorney, you are a young student, or you are an artist, or you are just a regular person or worker, technology today rules the world. And one of the thing outside of artificial intelligence that's going to be in the forefront of human frontier is blockchain, especially for business and financial world. So it's not really an option. You should know about blockchain if you want to really understand and be ready for the future. But this course will take you hand in hand through the steps and ropes on how to understand blockchain as a non-technical person, what happens and how it is applied in different parts of life. And then after that, we will proceed with the foundation of global capital markets, because in my mind, based on my experience with the community and based on my experience in the market, the first thing that people should learn is not crypto trading. They should understand the market itself, how capital market works, of which crypto market happens to be a part, and underneath what crypto trading happened to take a life, derive its life or its purpose. So really, we should start from basic and build from ground top. That said, once you know those classes, introduction to blockchain and the foundation of global capital market, you are at a point where now you kind of getting a good sense of what's going on out there. You begin to see clearer in life in terms of what's going on with your money, because every money that you touch that goes from one place to another, it goes through the capital market at one point without you realizing. But by knowing it, you're starting to become smarter with money, at least how it's moved. And then after that, we will launch the crypto markets, which is now underneath the capital market, to tell you more about the markets in November. And then the last class is when we will finally talk about the crypto trading essentials. So the crypto trading essential will go through the whole entire work, a full work of crypto trading, everything you should know about crypto, from the way you use the trading platform to the way that you use strategies, including even algorithm trading. Everything out there that you need to know as far as the basic foundations to understand what to do and tools you use and what to watch out for and what have you. All that will be included in one um, condensed course that's called Crypto Trading Essential, January 2025. So these four classes will be part of the master series as we roll out gradually and slowly into rebuilding the flagship of our curriculum, and then later on we will do more programs. But while we're doing that, we already had a plan for Haiti. This is being brought back to the table. Just keep in mind, I haven't forgotten a promise I have made at all, except that I'm only getting better at it now. In terms of, now we're coming to the time when we're gonna start to deliver on some of those processes or promises, even with after the challenges and delays. Sometimes it's better be late than and do it right. So blockchain developers and analyst training program is something we're going to launch in Haiti. This has a different purpose than the one that we're doing in the master series. This program is purposely to identify bright young kids in Haiti and give them training for free to become programmers of blockchain, so they can become contributors to our blockchain and work for us. So we are really developing the next generation of blockchain leaders in Haiti by providing hardcore training about developers, about programming, and they won't have to pay for it. And also analyst. Analyst is someone who analyze all the different situation of a crypto, including security assessment, network vulnerabilities, the whole ecosystem, to ensure that everything is okay. If there's a problem, they are the one who will find out. And also they are another part that deal with assessment of an actual market to understand whether a project is viable or not. So this analysis project was a, they take a deep dive into analyzing all the different components to make sure that the everything is doing what it's supposed to do and what it means to people who are using that same platform or ecosystem. So the blockchain developers will be the coders that are developing the system, and the engineers, and the analysts will be the one that analyze them and then expose their weaknesses and strength for better development. So as we build that generation of leaders in Haiti, they will allow us to now build the backbone of the blockchain that we are creating to fight poverty. So by 2026, Haiti will start becoming one of the main hub of blockchain technology in the world, because we will have developers, we will have analysts, we'll have a blockchain working through the whole entire country, and we will have our ability to now offer our service to the rest of the world, where people will be running to our blockchain for all kind of business cloud. To do that, we're gonna need a lot of uh, developers, we're gonna need a lot of analysts, and we want to, instead of looking for people around the world that are already better off, we find it to be more in line with our vision to instead develop these people from start and build them up from Haiti. I think that's ambitious, but that's also possible, because you don't need really tools besides just a laptop to start coding, and people can just take the class online with us, so it will be easy. They won't have to leave their house. In spite of what we know, the security is out there, they will be able to just be a part of this without meeting us. That said, I think this provides a clearer picture as far as what this project is about. One last thing I would add is that outside of Noikademy, we also have a plan for Eminifx. Once we are done with Noikademy and the UBI has been completed, we will also try to um, find ways to help Eminifx members get their money back to the proceed from that crypto project, meaning that crypto project, after side helping the academy community, it will also be used based on how much money goes into the EMINIFX trust account to to help with the refunds. I'll tell you more in a second. The two classes will be in three languages. I'm talking about the two programs, the Master Series and the Hades Initiative. They will be in English, in Creole, and in Spanish. Okay, so now let's talk about my access, because I know some people might want to get in touch with me. It's a good time to get in touch with me now that I have finished this part of the project. It was intense, but now I have completed that part of the planning. So if you want to touch base with me, that's a great time to do it, and I'm imploring you to do that at least by end of July, because after that I'm going to restrict my access so I can focus on these programs that I just mentioned to you, which are very demanding and they take a lot of hours. So I will not be available after August 7th for direct contact, to save time. So it's a good time to reach out to me now until August 7th. After August 7th, Renaissance Voice will be permanently put on, not permanently, but indefinitely put on hold, because I cannot manage the Renaissance Voice while we are doing all these other projects. It's not really uh, feasible at this time. So the site, which is already on offline, will continue to be offline. The Gmail account that you've been using will be locked, so it won't be accessible at all after August 7, 2005. My personal access will be restricted in terms of people finding me either by phone or by email, or the general public will not even find me on social media, meaning Telegram. I won't be able to interact on Telegram because of lack of time. So you want to reach out to me, it will by August 7th. After that, I won't even be available on Telegram. Now, as far as the No Academy, if you are part of the No Academy and you're interested in No Academy, that is another story. All communication will be handled by an appointed staff, which will be able to communicate with you by all kind of means and ways, whether it's by email, by regular mail, by phone number, by messaging, by chat, by uh, through social media channels, and all that. And sometime it could be even person in some locations that we will also develop. But I will still remain unavailable myself, because I will be mostly in the back office doing development, project development, and management and strategic planning. Because of these reasons, I will still be restricted in terms of access. So I think that's that for now as far as the big part of the program. So I'll be back in a minute with the conclusion. So the next video will be about the conclusion. Thank you.